All right, good morning. So I am parked at the Suffern train station for today's hike. My plan today is to hike, it's about a 9 or 10 mile hike in Harriman State Park, New York. It's sort of a point-to-point hike. So my plan is to hike to Sloatsburg, New York, and take a public bus back to here. So hopefully this will work out. The hike will basically cover the Suffern-Bear Mountain Trail, the Kaki Trail, and the Pine Meadow Trail. Now I just have to find my way to the trailhead from the train station. All right, here we go, Suffern-Bear Mountain Trail. All right, so again, we'll be taking the Suffern-Bear Mountain Trail to the Kaki Trail, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, to the Pine Meadow Trail. Might take a side trip to Pine Meadow Lake if I have enough time, but again, this is a point-to-point hike from Suffern to Sloatsburg, hopefully taking a bus back to the train station here that I just left. All right, steep climb right off the bat to this spot here. Beautiful view of I-287 to New Jersey. And we continue. All right, cool. Even better spot than just a little bit before. Again, 287. And if we look this way, looking towards New York City, see if we can get a view of the city or the Tappan Zee Bridge. Maybe, we'll see. Not yet. Okay, let's go. Nothing like those power line viewpoints. So after the real steep part in the beginning, the trail has been mostly flat. A couple nice viewpoints. I should say I haven't done any hiking at all this spring, and I got a bunch of big trips planned for the summer, so got to get out hiking. Plus I really needed to test out a new Brooks Trail Runners that I'm hiking in, making sure they're going to be good for some of my longer trips later in the summer. So far so good. All right, so this another pipeline cut out, but this one should be pretty close to my trail that I'm looking for to turn left on, which is the Kaki Trail. That should be coming up soon. All right, just turned left onto the Kaki Trail. So it seems like on the map there will be like some kind of maybe viewpoint in a short distance from here, which I'll stop maybe and have my sandwich. Pretty nice spot. It's my lunch spot. So I'll be continuing on now. Possible side trip to Pine Meadow Lake. We'll see how much time I have when I get to that point. All right, so I just turned onto the Pine Meadow Trail, which is like the last of 3 trails that I'll be taking to Sloatsburg. This was the spot where I could have turned to go to Pine Meadow Lake, or there are a couple of spots I could have done that. And I know that's a nice spot because I've been there before. It's a cool lake. But I decided not to So got a little bit of a late start today. Plus I got a bus to catch. So we're heading to the end of this Pine Meadow Trail. All right, so I just passed through one of the trailhead parking lots for the Pine Meadow Trail, but I'm continuing hiking on the Pine Meadow Trail because it goes to another parking lot that's closer to Sloatsburg. Basically following this Seven Lakes Road, which goes through Harriman State Park. All right, so I think this is the end of the trail. Not really even a parking lot here, but this is Seven Lakes Road, which I can walk along for a little bit to get into the town of Sloatsburg, which I will hopefully find a bus.